Qatar Investment Authority, as well as Qatar Foundation. Next, so we were able to plan Akash's visit to Ethiopia. So good news, he is going to be in Ethiopia on April 9th. So he will start his trip on April 7th. And this is actually aligning well, hopefully, with the start continue working on the starter projects for a few more weeks. And we hope that we are going to have a very strong start with Akash's presence on the ground. So we were able to get his flight ticket and arrange the dates. So everything is set. Next. So we did the idea selection for the second year education. So after we cleaned up the squads, we realized that there are going to be 10 new projects that will be initiated. Really exciting times. We already have very interesting projects in our portfolio. And with G5 second year education, we are going to plant the seeds of 10 new, very exciting projects. So I am really looking forward to the distribution time. This is a special weekly event because after our updates and plans, we are going to do the idea distribution all together. And I'm really looking forward to that. So while these things were happening, some things are pushed and some new things are injected into our agenda. So some of the things you see on the next week plans, they were supposed to be done this week. But since I am in Qatar, we prioritized Qatar-related action items and deprioritize and push Rwanda-related items, Rwanda and other countries' items. So what else has been happening this week? So thanks to Cambon and Mark's efforts, our Qatar proposal has been updated and improved. So I will continue working on it over the weekend, and we expect it to be fully ready for Monday because we have the big meetings coming on Monday. And we are also preparing a presentation for Qatar. Currently, Mark is working on it, and I'll be on it over the weekend as well, so that it's not just going to be the proposal, but we will also have a presentation in those meetings. So 2 new exciting updates for our talent and Team Eskalate, Rubius and Rodev. So Rubius is from UK and Rodev is from Netherlands. And these 2 organizations expressed interest in having partnership in the past. But this week we had the calls with Rubius. All the details are already fixed. So we will be able to hopefully sign the partnership agreement early next week. With Rodev, they took a look and they are going to review. If they have any feedback, we may have to do some minor updates. And we hope that that is also going to be finished next week. So these 2 companies already are out there and connecting talent with opportunities from Europe. So what's good news for us? They have the struggle of finding reliable talent pipeline. And this is exactly what we provide. And we don't have the strong presence in European countries to bring opportunities. And with the help of such partnerships, we will be able to do that. So if you remember, a few weeks back, we have signed a similar agreement with Higher Armada, which is going to do the same thing for United States. So we hope that in the month of April, there will be more opportunities coming through Eskalate. Any questions about the wins?
I don't think so, Emre.
All right. In that case, we can continue with the plans. So as I said, on Monday, we have 2 important organizations. Like, I don't know how many meetings I'm going to have, but Anand is currently arranging the calendar. I'll have series of meetings on Monday. Qatar Investment Authority and Qatar Foundation are the big ones. And next week on Tuesday, I'm going to fly to Turkey. And I'll have some meetings over there, as well as some family time before my Rwanda trip, which is coming next week. So what else is happening next week? We are going to send a soft copy of updated Rwanda proposal. And University of Rwanda and AUCA proposal submissions will take place next week as well. So likewise, Addis Ababa University, we pushed it too. And lastly, for the company proposal submissions, we have MTN and Ethiopian Airlines coming for next week. So this is how the agenda is looking for next week. Any questions about the plans?
Any questions? I don't think so, Emre.
All right. Thank you very much, team. It was my pleasure. Back to you, Abby.
Thank you very much. Okay. So next up we have human resource.
So updating the employee onboarding process. By end of next week, we're going to have the first draft official employee onboarding process. So I think she's on lunch break. I think I'm going to have additional 1%. So I'm not going to be anymore a sole or only one person departments. It's going to be two departments. So let me start from the heads-up policy. I said last time, for in-person education and remote education, you are not expected to give heads up. Just you have to notify your team lead or HR department. Whether you have a class or exam regarding that, you have to notify that. If you fail to do that, you'll receive official warning. So it's going to be 3 times. The first one is going to be an official warning. Second time it's going to be second and last warning. The third one is you're going to get a chance, but if you fail to bring any reliable documents, it might be from university or medical or any reliable document. If you bring up that, you're going to have a chance. If not, it's going to be your contract termination. It's going to be like this. Last week, everyone said you have a question regarding the new visa policy. So this is your time. You can ask me, and I'm going to explain it. Anyone? Okay. So the plan will be next week. I'm gonna me and Kudus, the new HR intern HR, we're going to update the process. So we're going to update it, and by end of the next week, we're going to have an official onboarding process. It's right.
On the project side, let's assume some that you are sick, or there is some technical that they cannot handle. But since they are not there for them, how would they use it from the
So
the policy doesn't work for them?
right. And they're going to assess that. The other thing, they have to bring medical certificates. It's a must. It's a mandatory. The thing that I'm saying this is, I have seen some heads up, like you can check the heads up policy for every department, for every project. There might be 3 or 2 heads up within a week, a single person. The first one is going to be like, I'm having a headache. The second one is a stomach ache. The third one is there is a rain or something like that. So it's going to be difficult to manage that. We try to enforce the policy. We try to be understanding. I know some health issues, you do not go to hospital or you don't go to clinic. You just simply take a rest. We try to understand that, but it's keep abused. So that's why you enforce this new policy. Anyone? So actually, it is not shared. I can share it with you. It shouldn't be updated, like because last Friday or on 17th of March, it was only set on cleans, so we don't have the written format. So I'm going to update it and I'm going to share it to you next week Monday. If I can finalize it by end of the today, I'm going to share it on the general channel. Anyone? Especially for core dev team. you are the one who gonna affected by this new policy. Okay, don't have one. One more thing, for team Eskalate and right, as to the project on Eskalate, or yeah, I'm expecting to see new presenter. I'm not expecting to Asnaka or Abigail will not present weekly news every time. I'm expecting to have another person, like it should be rotated, like core dev. I'm only seeing either Asnaka or Abigail who are going to represent weekly wins for your project. So next time, I'm expecting to see another person who's going to present your plans in the weekly wins. Thank you. Next, it's going to be in-person education.
So, hello everyone, I'm Dolphin, I'm from In-Person Education. I'm Head of Education Intern for G63 at AIT. So, for this week, some of the wins we had was for G5 Secondary Education. We delivered the lectures in all schools, which was 5 lectures. And the students started the UI and the UI UX track. Then the start of product work on the projects is also ongoing, and distribution of the projects, I believe, is going to be today. And yeah, it's still not finalized. So yeah, those are some of the wins we had for this week. For G6 Education, we continued giving lectures. It was 3 part 2 and recursion 2. So 3 part 2, BST and stuff, and recursion for backtracking, divide and conquer. We gave that. And it's done. Today they're going to have a practice session on those topics, and we're also finalizing the IC documents. Since we're having a lot of lectures this week, we weren't able to get the full attention of the students on, to tell them about the IC and stuff like that. So we'll be finalizing by next week, and it's still ongoing. Students are signing their IC documents. The next is the Ramadan compensation sessions. They're going well. And students that take compensation sessions are taking their compensation sessions on time. And the next is going to be, yes, the current round of one-on-ones. We're almost there. We're almost done for the third round of one-on-ones. And like I said, since we were having so many lectures this week, we weren't able to, get the attention of the students because we can't, stop them on the lecture and have their one-on-ones. Some of us are doing them remotely, calling them and stuff like that. But yeah, we are finalizing the current round of one-on-ones, and we'll be done by next week. Yeah, the final win is going to be, we're going to have a merged contest between in-person and remote students. And the next contest, which is going to take Saturday, is going to be a merged contest between all the students of A2SV, remote and in-person, okay? So those are the wins. Any questions on the wins of education, in-person education? No? Okay. So we have the plans. For the plans, we have for G5 secondary education, there are going to be some lectures next week. So we're going to continue giving the lectures, and distribution of the project will be finalized today, I guess. Then, yeah, they will start the product work on each project. And for G6 education, for generation 6, we're going to have lectures on binary search and sorting part 2, sorting 2. And yeah, we're planning to do that for G6 education, and we'll be finalizing the IC documents, like I said, and continuing on with the Ramadan compensation sessions. And we'll start the new round of one-on-ones, which is the 4th round of one-on-ones with our students. And there is also be converts that will be joining us, like the previous February converts. And yeah, some of our squad is going to be helping the community squad converting new converts. Okay, so those are the plans we have. Any questions that you might have on our plans for Ethiopian education updates, in-person education?
I have one question, Dolphin. It's for G5 secondary education. You may not know, but our educators, maybe Fikra know, Ananya, they may know. When are we expecting to finish the starter projects?
Anyone from it's not Ananya is not here. Okay. Ananya is not here, so maybe I'll forward this to Ananya and he could get back
I can check with them
to you.
later on. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, thanks.
Okay, thank you, Dolphin. Up next, we have Ghana Education, I think. Yeah. Hello, Mati, are you with us? Hello, am I audible?
You are audible, yes.
Okay. If Mati or any other Ghana Education representative is here with us.
I don't see
Maybe
it.
if they could.
Maybe I can go ahead and provide the updates, Abby. So,
Okay.
in Ghana, whenever we are in need of an office space or a class space, we deliver letters to the school to run the official process. And from the first item, we understood that we have done the request for the accommodation halls. So this one is actually for the stay. It's a very similar situation. The students are staying at hostels, and whenever we are in need of a space, we get letters from the school so that we will be referred to the hostels. I think that letter is already delivered. So camp preparations are going on. In Ghana, we are on the educational break at the moment, and this is the long break. So the school is going to be closed about 2 months. And as you know, whenever there is a break at the school, this is a great time for A2SV because we'll be able to do great things together with our fellows, our teammates there. So the team is planning to kick off early next week. So this also relies on the delivery of the money, which we still didn't receive. Hopefully today or latest on Monday, it's going to be in our account, the alumni donation. And that will help us to secure the accommodation, and we will be able to kick off the camp accordingly. Next, the payment for the physical space is already done. So this is for the classrooms, not for the stays, not for the hostels. So apparently lecture preparations already started in the education squad, and the team is also going to join the joint contest tomorrow. So this is very exciting times, team. In-person education, remote education, Ethiopia, Ghana, and maybe about 20 African countries will be in the same pool competing tomorrow. So such exciting times. I think we'll hear more maybe later in the meeting. But please stay tuned to see who is from this beautiful, friendly competition. When we take a look at the plans for the next week, hopefully we will be able to start the camp next week. But to do that, first we need to secure the accommodation. We have already chosen the hostel, and the payment is currently waiting. And hopefully once we get the money, we will be able to go ahead with the payment. And the team is going to continue preparing for the lectures, and they will continue serving the students with the daily problems until the camp starts.
Thank you, Emery, for the updates on Ghana Education. Next, we have remote education by Leiku.
Okay. Hi everyone. I'm Lekun. I'm the G6 remote head of education inter. So for G6 education, we have a successful week. We delivered lecture on sliding window. So it was given on Tuesday, and we had a very interactive session. And we also had completed the ISA and Code of Conduct agreement signing, which we have 136 students signed. So that's a good amount. Regarding the confusion at first. So we were able to update the document and let them sign. So we have currently 136 students sign the documents. And we also started the new round of 101. So this would be our third 101. So it's gonna hold on for the coming 2 weeks. And we also continued with the Ramadan session. So we had previously restructured the Ramadan session to start at 4 p.m. And be separated from the 8 p.m. session. And yeah, the Ramadan session is continuing currently on 2 groups. So that's still continuing. And yeah, we have conducted merger context for all G6 students. So that's yet to be done on. So it's gonna have like all the G6 members. I think Dolphin has covered it. So that's regarding the G6 education. Beside the lectures, we had also like a practice session done on Thursday as well. We had a practice session with the students. So it was a very interactive sessions overall. And when it comes to the G5 secondary education, we had finished product track, and we also started giving lectures. So 4 lectures were given, like those lectures were regarding GitHub and workflow. And we didn't start one-on-ones with the students because we had to let go of some students that are now willing to continue. So we wanted to know who's going to continue with program, secondary education or not. So that was the reason. Moving on with the plans, the G6 education, we're going to continue giving lecture on prefix sum next week. And we're going to finalize the round of one-on-ones, this round of one-on-ones. So that's going to be one of our plans. And we're going to continue with the Ramadan session. So as the group is going to currently move on. And finally, when the Ramadan session, we're going to restructure those students back to their previous groups. And moving on to the second year education plan, we're going to continue delivering on the lectures, and we're going to start the one-on-ones with the students as well. So that's going to be it for our update. Do you have any questions regarding this? Anyone? Okay, Brew.
Hi, you mentioned that after Ramadan, the second time slot will be restructured. Will there be a world where we would continue that second slot moving forward, similar to how G5 first year had an alternate slot at that time?
Answer that question, going to be depending on the number of people that we have that want to continue the program. So if we have very few students, that we may not continue. But if we have enough amount, then we will.
Yeah. So it depends on the number of students. That's what Galata was basically saying. So if we have a large number of groups, that's going to be staying on the 4 p.m. session due to conflict with the schedule of the 8 p.m. We can continue, but else like we're going to move the students back to their original.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Any questions? Any other questions? All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Raycon. Next up, we have Core Dev. We're going to start with Eskalate. Okay, so for Eskalate, there were, I think, 4 static pages that were supposed to be deployed. It's currently deployed and implemented and deployed on Render. It will be deployed on GCP next week. And we started an Upwork agency document. We researched top Upwork agencies and extracted key insights from them. And we created an Upwork agency content document for Eskalate. And for Eskalate, there are also 2 open positions, one in front end and another in UI UX. So these roles are available. For the plans, one is, as I said before, to deploy the static pages on GCP. Another is to implement and integrate the shortlist detail page and design the events page for both developer and operator sections. And then there was a review given by Emre, so we will finalize those reviews on the document. Up next, we have Dime, which is presented by Ms. Ghana.
Hello everyone. So for Dime of our wins this week, we've submitted the application for your visa accelerator program. This was actually done last week, but since we didn't mention it on our weekly news, we decided to bring it up. So next up, our email notification for transaction updates is completed. This is a backend feature that has been done this week, and CI/CD pipe. There was a bug on our CI/CD, and that has been fixed. And we needed also to migrate into a self-hosted server because of credit shortage of GitHub Actions, and transaction history and invoice generation feature has been done from mobile side. Now users can download their history and in a PDF format that has been completed. And our backend team also has finalized test coverage for admin APIs. Yeah, that's our wins for this week. And for our plans, we have already almost addressed all the comments for the land bank. It's taking us more than the expected time. We will have a final round of. Okay, so there's a question on the chat box. It says, "What is Dime?" So Dime is a platform that's built for diaspora people to send money to Ethiopian banks directly, and so it has a competitive advantage over other platforms because our platform provides a real-time transaction tracking and competitive bank rate choices for our customers. So Dime is generally a remittance app that's built for diaspora people who have dollar account. Thank you. So our plans for coming week, as I have mentioned, we will have a final round of review for our proposal that we're preparing for Zaman Bank, and there's also going to be an implementation for push notification. And so we couldn't visit ENSA due to some tasks that we had on our hands. So we called them, but they didn't respond. So we're planning to visit them next week. So on mobile sites, there are going to be bug fixes and feature improvements. And also on backend sites, and on both sides, we will continue increasing our test coverage. Do you guys have any questions? Right. Thank you.
Thank you, Eskalate. Up next, we have, I believe, Adot, which is presented by Abdi.
Hello guys, I'm going to present Adot's these wins, weekly wins and plans. Starting from wins, this week we had a plan to write a test for hospital dashboard. We have successfully implemented the tests for hospital admin. Then we had some backend bugs. We have addressed those bugs. Then we had a plan to release new version of mobile APK due to some cases we couldn't. Next, visit Kudus Palos Hospital with Emre. Since Emre is not in Ethiopia, we couldn't make it. Next, finalize CI/CD issue. Moving on plans. We are going to implement the test for our main dashboard. We will be fixing bug on quiz deployment. For mobile, we will release a new version of mobile APK. Finally, we will finalize semi-MCH proposal and submit it. Do you have any question? Thank you.
Another question, but a suggestion, team. So like after I will be visiting Turkey and then Rwanda. So it's going to take some time. I'll be back April 15th to Addis. In that regard, it would be really great not to block this. If you need senior presence, Akash is going to arrive on April 9th. But my recommendation is actually doing this visit before we arrive. So we can have another visit after we come, rather than blocking things, right? It may be a better execution. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Amber. Up next, we have Skillbridge presented by Duet.
Okay. So for Skillbridge, for our wins, we have visited Selassie Cathedral School, and also for mobile, we have make all course page visible for the course page. Currently, it was not visible. And also on the website, there were some bug fix and also UI adjustments. We're planning to prepare bug list document with product team, but it's not finished yet. But we are planning to finish it next week. On the website, we have wrote test for contest question, contest price, contest and daily queues features. And also we have made some UI fixes on the homepage based on the comments we have received from Emre on our last discussion. For our next plans, we'll try to make queues easily accessible on the mobile. So currently, to get the queues, it's a bit complicated. So we'll try to make it easily accessible. We'll try to finalize the web bug list document with the product team on the website. And also we'll try to release the Android version if the backend is, the production backend is deployed. And also setting up the learning paths for production deployment for the backend. And also promote backend the development to the production deployment. So anyone have a question?
Thank you, Duet.
One question. So, team, not everybody may be familiar with all our projects. Indeed, this has come for time, right? So it would be really nice to give a short introduction about the projects as well. So maybe if you tell us what does Skillbridge do, that would be lovely. And for the future projects, let's continue talking about what the project is as well.
Yeah, so Skillbridge is it's a platform which make high school students prepare for university entrance exam. So it's basically a platform for from grade 9 to 12 for accessing resource books, exams, like previous exams or AI generated exams to make it accessible for students and making prepare students for university entrance exam. So this is Skillbridge. Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Duet. Up next, we have Aiprochat, which is going to be presented by Gail or any other member from Aiprochat.
Abigail, can you hear me?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can hear you, Gail.
Yes. So for the guests here, I'm excited to introduce you to Aiprochat. It's a platform focused on solving challenges through generative AI for both users and businesses. On the user side, it offers both mobile and web platforms, which brings together leading AI models like DeepSeek, GPT, Claude, and more, making them accessible, affordable, and empowering. It also features AI-enhanced web search, real-time news, and creative tools like image generation and editing. So, and for the businesses, we empower organizations with innovative AI solutions. So that's pretty much about Aiprochat. So next, I would like you to walk you through our progress from the past week. There were some resolved 6 critical bug fix and implemented for improvements on the web. There was also an introduced feature on username personalizations for Google signups. So it's to make the onboarding process more seamless and intuitive. So we've done that. There is also a progress on endpoint deployment and development and integration for the admin dashboard. But for the manpower in the backend we have now, it will be completed by next week. But we have developed some endpoints. We also prepared and published a social media post. And on the mobile department side, there were unit tests on particularly profile and persona section. And moving on to our plans, we will be having unit tests and widget tests on the following features: home, gallery, and search features. And yes, and with a full-time backend engineer joining us this Monday, our primary focus will be to complete the remaining endpoint development and fully integrate them with the admin dashboard. That's our main focus for the next week. We will also continue testing the platform and resolve bugs both on mobile and web. And we're also planning to have a review session with Emre to receive feedbacks on that. So since you are here, Emre, what's your preferred day next week for us to review?
Thursday, yeah. If
Thursday?
it needs to be earlier, we can make it earlier. But on Monday, I have meetings in Qatar, and on Tuesday, I'm flying to Turkey. So those 2 days are not very, let's say, appropriate. But we can also do Monday night.
Okay. In that case, I mean, it's better be on Thursday because the admin dashboard implementation will be continuing on Monday and Tuesday. And based on our progress, it will be deployed on Wednesday. So it will be better if we have it on Thursday. It sounds good? Okay.
Definitely.
Okay. So after that, one of our plans will be to deploy those changes we've made on mobile and web. If you have any questions, I'm happy to answer.
So, Tim, I want to share a piece of information. As you know, in English, we have some countable words and some uncountable words. And feedback is on the side of uncountable. So we wanna say feedbacks, right? Because you get like multiple points of feedback or multiple pieces of feedback. But to my knowledge, it's uncountable. So feedbacks may not be the correct use of it. So for all of us, such things happen because we are not native speakers, right? We learn and it never finishes because there is no rule of thumb. Like logically, for me, feedback should be countable. But I think it is not in the language. So just wanted to share this information with all of us. Thank you. So we can say like pieces of feedback if we want to make it plural. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Emre. Up next, we have Akil, which is going to be presented by Yosef.
Okay, hello everyone. Akil is a centralized and Akil is a centralized platform that is used to connect young professionals with multiple organizations or companies who want a job or some volunteer work. So we are currently on live and throughout a lot of months we have connected many young professionals and also volunteers with many organizations and companies. So in Akil this week we have a lot of wins and also we have plans. So when we start from our wins, we have implemented the email and Telegram notification services so that whenever the applicant or the job applicant or the volunteer applicant is in process, whether it's accepted or whether his application is in review or not, or even declined, it will let them know throughout the email or through Telegram their status of their applications. And also, we have implemented the note features for organization when reviewing applicants. What this note feature is, as you know, when an organization posts a job or volunteer opportunity, it's gonna have a lot of applicants already who will apply for this job. So, but the organization will only gonna hire a very few percent of them. But from other than from the applicants that are hired, there may be some applicants who have experiences or skills that may be beneficial for the future opportunities or for the future applications. So what the organization can do is it will place a note, a kind of a rich text editor, which is an interactive note on the applicant he wants or she wants, so that it will the organization will remember that this applicant on the future. So that's the note functionality. We have implemented that. And also we have implemented some new features for the release on both iOS and Android mobiles applications. That features include mainly the notes features and the rich text editor features. And also we finalized the Slack and GCP log integration for error alerts that was implemented also in this week. And finally, we have set up automatic posts on Instagram. So we have implemented the automatic post. So when the organization posts a job or a volunteer opportunity, it will automatically be posted on Instagram too. So our plans for the future, for the next week, include setting up the automatic post in Instagram, which means I think the automatic post is in progress. So I think we are hoping to finish that. And also we're going to finalize the mobile raising new updates. So we have in this week, we have implemented the notes and the rich text features. On the next week, we're going to implement the auto logout features and also some other mobile features that are still pending. And also we're going to be adding additional information for organization and AI resume sorting. What this AI resume sorting includes, as you know, the applicant, it will review the applicant's resume using AI. So it will automatically sort them based on their skills, their experience, and their eligibility for the role. So to make the sorting more precise and accurate, we're gonna add additional information on the AI feature. And also we have implemented, we're gonna be releasing a new features to production for the web. There are some new features that are not really already that are finished but are not already pushed to the production. So that may not be available now when we go to the URL, the official URL of Akil, but we'll be releasing those features to the web, so they will be ready for use in the next week. And also we're going to redesign and implement onboarding step on mobile. So there's an onboarding step when applicants logs in or signs into the platform. So we're gonna there's already that feature, but we're gonna redesign it and we'll implement it. We'll implement by adding new features, new interaction, new design options, and also new inputs on the mobile. So thank you very much. If you have any questions, I'm listening. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Josie. Up next, we have Rateeat. Presented by Dana.
So to give you an overview of Rateeat, Rateeat is an app for restaurant and food enthusiasts. Like originally, it was designed to be a place where you can give reviews and comments for food and restaurants, but now it's expanding to being a QR menu and ordering platform also. So we are moving to features where you can just scan barcodes and QR codes and access the menu for restaurants, and also you can order from the app or the web. So for our wins and plans for this week, order functionality for the QR menu page backend implementation was done, and implementation is in progress. Reviewing and addressing comments on the mobile app QR menu. So we reviewed the QR menu page with our product manager, and we had made fixes on that. Item addition and updates and validation for the data that's sent for addition and update is done. Refresh token implementation on the web, and item addition and update on the web and business mobile app is in progress. So for our plans, We will be completing the QR main ordering feature, adding the branch manager role to the web, also payment integration for the web end. We will be completing the item addition and update for the web end mobile business app. So, is there any question? Thank you.
Okay, so I think now we're done with the plans and wins for every team, and we're gonna be continuing to G5 second year education project ID distribution, which will be presented and led by Galata.
All right, thank you everyone. So just to give you a brief introduction to what we're going to be doing now, we're going to be, our second year education has already started a while ago, but now we are going to be, especially the in-person education, are going to be starting the product development work soon, because we've been giving lectures, we've been giving them the product work, and also for the remote education, we're going to go through the learning path, and after, we're going to also go through the product development and project selection. So today, we're going to be distributing the project ideas. So if you guys remember last time, we collected some ideas from everyone that was here in person. And now we're going to be distributing, we selected about 10 projects. And from those 10 projects, we're going to be distributing them among different schools. So for that matter, there are remote students that have joined us. People from Asto Adama, Asto Addis Ababa have also joined us. And hopefully soon enough, the IT people are also going to be joining us. So just to give you an introduction on how we're going to be doing the selection process. First, we're going to be starting from introducing the 10 project ideas that we have. So these project ideas, if they succeed, they might even be the next phase of core dev. So after introducing the 10 project ideas, we're going to be letting the schools select the projects based on the number of students that they have. So if they have a good amount of students, then they may take maybe 2 or 3 projects. But if the number of students per school is low, then we might go with 1 project per school. So just with that, the voting is going to be happening on Slack. We already created 4 Slack channels for 4 schools, meaning for 3 schools in Ethiopia and also for the remote education. So we have 4 Slack channels. Imre is going to be facilitating the voting on Slack. He will be giving you a brief introduction by sharing his screen later on. So let me just directly go to the project idea distribution. Right. So the first project idea is called Coffee Trade Connect. We might come up with a better naming, of course, but we're known for coffee. Ethiopia is known for coffee. So what this project tries to do is basically, if you take a look at it, Ethiopia is known for coffee. It's literally the origin of coffee, but the local market doesn't usually export its product or doesn't know how to connect its local market to the international market. So we want to bridge that gap. So what we're going to be doing with this project is we're going to be having connecting exporters and importers globally through digital platforms. And we're also going to be offering some advanced search features, real-time communication between the people that are going to be exporting their products from here, and also people that are going to be importing them into their own countries. This will also be including some logistics support to streamline international trade and enhance market access. So this is one of the projects. It's called Coffee Trade Connect, trying to empower the local Ethiopian coffee market and trying to connect it with the international community. All right. So especially the students, I highly recommend you listen to this because after this presentation, you're going to be selecting the project, the 10 projects. So we will repeat it if you have questions and everything, but feel free to, I highly recommend that you guys listen to it as well. Okay, the next one is called Digital Bus Booking Platform. This is actually a project that would come in handy for me because I'm not from Addis and I usually struggle going back home to my hometown and everything when it comes to transportation, waking up at 5 a.m. in the morning, going to the bus station just for a ticket. It's a lot of pain. So basically what this project is going to be, it's going to be simplifying long distance bus travel by offering an online platform where you can book a ticket, a bus, you can book a seat, you can compare between different buses. So assume you've got Golden Bus and Sky Bus going from Addis to Hawassa. and you're going to compare their prices, if they're booked or not. You're going to be also checking real-time schedules, meaning if a person books a seat, then you can't book that seat because it has already been taken. You can compare the price and everything like that. So that way, it's going to relieve the stress that most of our community faces. So if you're maybe from Addis, you don't know the struggle combined with this, but yeah, personally, I do. Okay, let's continue. The third project idea is a very interesting project idea. It has an Amharic name. It's called Sentinel. I will not announce who brought this idea, but okay, I will say it's Emre. It's Emre's idea. So the thing is, I would say this is going to be coming in handy for lots of people, especially for people who recently graduated and don't know the actual price of stuff. You know, the things that you use every day, like shinkurt and potatoes, whatever it is. So how it actually works is it's going to be crowdsourced. So let's say I go and buy something at a place, and then I know the price that thing has. Like let's say it's 20 Ethiopian. So okay, I'm gonna maybe post 20 birr and everything. Somebody's also gonna do that, and then it's gonna be crowdsourced and gonna be verified. That way you will know the price of something. So like it has a real-time price updates for everyday products, like the products that you use every day, or Bahamatic things like Asbeza. So it also the price setting is not gonna be coming from the sellers, so it's gonna be coming from the customer side. So it's gonna be enabling customers to compare prices and save money while helping business stay competitive. Why isn't useful in Black Day? Why? Nader, I don't know what you mean by that. Could you explain, Nader?
Oh, maybe for Black Friday. Like Black Friday is the day that there is a huge discount on so many goods, I guess.
Oh, okay. So you're saying it's a easy words. Do you mean Egyptians by easy? I don't know. Or Egi, I don't know how to pronounce it. All right. Yes, okay, Egyptian words. Nader is one of the remote students, by the way. He joined us remote. Okay, Nader. So Sentinel is a very interesting product. So that's the third project idea that we have. Do you have any questions so far on the project ideas? So I introduced 3 project ideas. The first one is related to coffee. The second one is about bus. The third one is about crowdsourcing real-time price update called Sentinel. I hope I did not misrepresent the idea, Emre, of Sentinel.
You were doing great job, brother. Please keep it up.
All right, thank you. All right, so with that, let me continue. The fourth idea that we have is related to stock market. So currently, especially for Ethiopia, we've joined the stock market recently, which makes it a very good opportunity. So the project is called Site. So it simplifies investing in Ethiopia's stock market by offering real-time data. So what are the stock prices? Are they going down? Are they going up? What are the trends that we're facing right now? It also gives you different portfolio management tools and tailored educational resources. So, I mean, Fikr might give us more insight on this, like since it's related to Bloomberg, apparently. Okay, and also it's going to be connecting brokers and investors for seamless information exchange. So there's also a very a project that I don't see being implemented in Ethiopia currently because we just recently joined the stock market, but I think this also has a really good hope. So that's the fourth idea. The fifth project idea is called Billwise, which also comes in very handy, personally for me. I'm pretty sure it applies to most of you. So Billwise technically is who in here can say confidently, I know the exact amount I spend every month or something like that. Like it goes up and down. Every single day you might impulsively spend some money. Sometimes you run out of money unplanned. I have faced that issue myself, and I'm just a student, and I don't even know what to expect when I graduate. So Billwise basically takes the SMS, like from your transactions, from the money you're spending and everything. So it's going to be tracking your expenses. So it's going to give you different insights. It might, like, I don't know, like the developers are going to come up with the product development, but it might also give some insights on this. Just my idea that's on spot, by the way, not an official A2SV statement, but like, at what time during the day are you actually spending money? Like if you're spending money during the nighttime, then there is some issue right there. So let's continue. Okay, enabling seamless bill splitting through scanning and notification. So this is like, assume you go to a cafe together or something like that. So, and if you want to split the bill and everything, or scanning and notification, it's going to be assisting you there. It's going to be promoting financial transparency, meaning, like I said, it's going to be giving insights on what you're actually spending your money. Are you buying things? Are you food? Things like that. And informed decision making for users in Ethiopia and Africa. This is not limited to Ethiopia, by the way. It goes beyond Ethiopia. It can go to Africa. The next one is Digital Connect Ethiopia. We have small and medium enterprises in Ethiopia currently, or in Africa for that matter. So what this project is actually going to do is it's going to be empowering Ethiopian small and medium enterprises with user-friendly tools for website creation. So they can create their own website using it. They can manage their social media. And they're also going to be working on some digital marketing using this platform. And it's also going to be helping them establish their own online presence. So most small and medium enterprises in Ethiopia currently don't have social media presence. Maybe they might use TikToks, Instagram, stuff like that. But aside from that, you don't actually Google them and get what they actually are. So we're going to be trying to help in that regard. We're going to be expanding their reach and also help them grow their business. So that's the Digital Connect Ethiopia project. The next project is Hakim Hub. Okay, I think this is a pretty famous project when it comes to A2SV. Hakim Hub supports projects like Afia Mind, or it's an AI mental health support, and Pharma Connect Ethiopia for pharmaceutical supply chain efficiency. So it's gonna digitalize the connection that you have, or the interaction that you have with hospitals. So before you go there, it has mental health support, it has pharmaceutical support. You give him some insights about what you're currently feeling and everything, and it's going to try to assist you, not to replace the doctors, but to assist in diagnosis as well. So it's going to be used to track your maybe blood pressure, diabetes, going to give you some insights right there. So basically, Adot is doing this for pregnancy and for pregnant mothers and everything, but this is going to be not limited to maternity health. It's going to be for everyone. So that's Hakim Hub. Another is it's going to be leveraging its infrastructure to improve healthcare accessibility. So people in the rural areas might not be accessible to come to the hospital immediately. So it will be assisting them in that regard as well. Okay. The next one is dual purpose platform for insurance comparison and small and medium enterprise financing. So this also relates to insurance comparison and small and medium enterprises. It simplifies insurance policy comparisons for consumers. So we've got lots of people that are using insurance, right? Like maybe like not personal stuff, like for your cars and stuff like that. So it's going to be assisting on those. You can compare multiple insurance companies, what they actually offer, what benefits you're actually getting from those. And it's going to be connecting Ethiopian small and medium enterprise with short-term loans as well. So we see multiple companies working on this regard as well. It's also going to be offering transparent options and tailored solutions to meet the needs of this small and medium-sized enterprise. All right. The next project idea is called Bazaar, or sorry, Bazaar. So Bazaar, not Bazaar. Okay, Bazaar has been part of A2SV for a while now. So it reshapes the way people across Africa to help them buy, sell, and rent vehicles, properties, and services. So if you want to rent a place, if you want to rent a car, if you want to rent a property, not just renting, you also want to buy and sell it, it's going to be assisting you. So whatever it is that you're saying, a car, a house, a PC, a phone, whatever utility that you might be using, Bazaar is going to be helping you with that. So it is going to be having an AI-driven verification. You can also post your products that you want to sell immediately, and it's going to be listed or shortlisted for the client that is searching for them as well. So it's going to be making it like, you can say it's acting as a broker, but it's very efficient and very fast, and it's showing you the real-time updates of the products as well. So that's Bazaar. All right, the next and the last project idea is called Rateeat. This is a bit unique because most of the time, like assume you're using ride or fares and you're commuting from here to Mexico. And then like when you search for it, the cars are gonna come with different prices, right? So economy, stuff like that. And then the price is not set by you or the driver, the price is set by the organization, or by ride or by fares. And then it will have some mile accounting issues and everything, and then that's how the price is calculated. But for RidePal, what you're gonna say is, hey, can you take me from here to Mexico with this amount of money? And then the driver and the customer, the client might communicate, and then they're gonna settle on a specific money, and then they're gonna. So technically, the price is not set from the driver's side; it's gonna be set from the client side. Aside from that, it will also have the basic functionalities that any ride cars that are going to be having. So, like I said, it's going to be facilitating an agreement between the passengers and the drivers, and the price is set based on the passenger side. All right. So these are our 10 projects that we have demonstrated. Emre, would you mind taking all, like maybe sharing your screen for the, if you want to assist with the like posting the poll? Yeah.
Yes, I'll start sharing my screen, team. So the way we are going to proceed from now, so we are going to go over our schools based on their attendance rates. So top attendance is going to have the right of choosing from all the projects. And we are going to distribute all the project ideas in a round robin fashion. So what does that mean? Round robin fashion means we are going to go over each school one after another. So our order by the attendance is number 1, Adama Science and Technology University. Number 2, Addis Ababa Science and Technology University. Number 3, Addis Ababa Institute of Technology. And number 4, remote education. Therefore, we will get started with Adama Science and Technology University. So all these 10 ideas that we heard from Geleta are listed here. And I'm just creating the poll now. So Adama students, please go ahead and do your selections. It's about to come. Yes. Sand Poly. What does it say? Sorry, team. I wasn't expecting this. Poly cannot access. Oh, Poly needs to be invited first. All right. Let's do that. /invite. Poly. /invite at Poly. Okay, perfect. We made it. Now let's go ahead and create the poll. /Poly. Create Poly. Multiple choice. Let's copy the question text. It's a multiple choice. We allow multiple votes. So team, choose all the ideas that you want to work on, because the idea that gets the most vote is going to be selected. So if you want to work on more than one idea, please go ahead and choose all of them. This is very important. Highest number of votes is going to win. So if you have multiple projects to work on, please choose multiple of them. And Poly. Done. Adama Science and Technology University, second year education students. You have all the options and we give you 1 minute. Please make your selection. Do we have any Adama people in the meeting?
We have one voting.
So we see the live voting team right now. Digital Connect Ethiopia is leading with a large margin. Looks like the team has made up their mind already. I see 27 people in the group. And we have reached 13. If we get a few more votes, yes, 14. We can call it. So the first
All right.
project is selected. Galata, please go ahead.
Okay, I am just saying they might have discussed the ideas first. I mean, like everyone chose the same idea.
Perfect.
Also, to update, chose another one.
In that case, now we go to the second school. So the second best attendance we get from Addis Ababa Science and Technology University. So first, we are going to invite Polly to our channel. Polly is here now, and then let's get started. Create Polly. It's going to be multiple choice. Let's get our question text from ChatGPT.
Are you invite? Did you invite Pauline to? I'm just making sure.
Yeah. First,
yeah.
Yes. Thank you. And next, so right now we lost Digital Connect Ethiopia. Let's update the numbers. So we are going to have 9 options this time. So all these exciting project ideas are going to the choices box, allow multiple votes. Sand Poly. Yes, Addis Ababa Science and Technology University folks. This is your turn to choose your first project idea. So we have 48 people for us to call. We need to reach at least 24 votes for one project. Actually, 25. It actually depends on the distribution, obviously, but let's see which idea will be selected. Changed idea. Yes. And Tim, since we don't have the premium subscription for Poly, that's why we are not able to run this anonymously. So hopefully after funding, we will be running these votes anonymously so that people are not going to get affected by each other's votes. So we reached 20 people. Tim, we are not going to wait forever. And right now, since we see a huge margin between number 1 and number 2, I believe we can call it. So the second selected project idea is Coffee Trade Connect. And Astu's first selected project is Coffee Trade Connect. Thank you very much, Astu folks. So we are going to eliminate the first option as well. So one thing I have noticed, Poly adds the numbers itself. So we can get rid of these numbers. Alrighty, now let's continue with the third school, AAIT. AAIT is about to select the first project. Let's invite Polly. And then let's create our poll. Multiple choice. Oops, this is the question. Let's also get our text. Allow multiple votes. Sand Poly, here we go. AIT folks, you are going to choose from these 8 interesting ideas. We started getting our first votes. In total, we have 29 people in the group, and we reached to 4. Come on, AIT folks. Yes, team, we have reached to 7 votes. And at the moment, there is competition among 3 ideas. Digital bus booking, Sentinel, and Stoset, Ethiopian stock market insights. And this one looks like it's going to be a close call. Sentinel and Stoset are going head-to-head at the moment. After 10 votes, we don't have a winner. So we got 11 votes now. Stoset is leading. All right, team, last 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the winner is Stoset. So we get Stoset selected by AIT folks. And now we go to the remote education. And we are going to add Polly to the channel first.
I am ready before you proceed to that.
Uh-huh. Yes, please. Geleta? Is it on my end, remote people? Can you hear me, or is it on? Okay, so now I see you guys again. Geleta, yes, please.
Yeah, I was just saying, I was just trying to confirm that every remote student that's online now has joined the Slack channel. Yeah, that's pretty much it. If you have not, please make sure to do that. You sent you an invite. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Geleta. We seem to have about 36 people in the group. All right, we are going to go ahead and create the poll. It's a multiple choice. Let's get our question text. Let's get our choices as well. So we are down to 7 beautiful ideas. Slack. Oh, multiple choice. Yes. All right, remote education team. The poll is on. Please go ahead and make your choice.
We've got Sentinel going on, Emre.
Yes, we got 3 votes. 4. So we reached to 9 votes. Again, there is head-to-head competition among 3 projects. Remote education folks, we've reached to 10 votes so far. And the competition is fierce. There are 4 projects getting close votes. So we've reached the 14 votes. Remote education folks.
Yeah, Emory, a quick question. Can the heads vote?
Definitely, team. The heads are going to be part of the second year heads. I would recommend them to vote as well. Not just they can, they should, because they will be part of development. Indeed, they will be leading the development efforts, so highly recommended. All right, team, let's get started the countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
That's
1.
It's time.
Now there is a tie. So we
There's
need
a tie
one
on there.
more vote, team.
So-
We need one more vote. Okay, if the vote is all right, the vote has come and Bill Wise is selected, team. Bill Wise is assigned to remote education. We are going to take Bill Wise out of the list. So in total, we have at least 2 projects from each group, and Addis Ababa Science and Technology University is going to get 4. So the distribution is 4 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. So the last remaining 2 projects will go to us too, in other words. And right now, we will switch to the second round. Now we finished assigning the first round of projects. As you see, 4 projects are assigned, and we have 6 projects left. So let's get our text, and then let's go to, Adama Science and Technology University. So Adama Science and Technology University is going to have 2 projects. Therefore, this will be their last project. Let's get the options. Let's allow our members to choose multiple votes. Audience. Yes, and Polly. Done. The team can now choose. Adama Science and Technology University folks, the second project selection, please. If you voted in the first one, you should still vote. We reached to 8 votes. 10. 12. We have 27 people. 11, 12, 13, 15. I think we can project there is big enough margin. And the second project selected by Adama Science and Technology University is Hakim Up. Team, congratulations. And we will continue with the next one. Next step. Addis Ababa Science and Technology University. Let's create our poll. Multiple choice. Sand poly. All right, team, the poll is on. Addis Ababa Science and Technology University folks. Make your choice. So far, we got 3 votes. 4, 5, 6. We've reached to 11 votes, and dual insurance and loan comparison is leading. Team, we have reached to 15 votes, and since we have 10 votes going to dual, I think we can project the winner. So dual insurance and loan comparison is assigned to us too. Congratulations, team. And we are going to continue with AAIT, folks. Multiple choice. Let's get our question text and options. All right, team, the poll has been created. Addis Ababa Institute and Technology, folks. Please go ahead and make your selection. So far, we got 3 votes. Team, we got only 4 votes. AIT, folks, please. In the previous one, we have reached to 21. Like, as I said, you should continue voting because we didn't do the team distributions right. Everybody should continue voting until we finish all the projects. We have reached to 7 votes. Come on, AIT folks. In the previous one, we got 21. We got to reach to 21 at least. So far, we got 9 votes. All right, team, to save time, I'm going to start the countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And Sentinel goes to Addis Ababa Institute and Technology, folks. Thank you very much, team. So we are going to continue with the last selection because, as I mentioned, project distribution counts are 4, 2, 2, 2. And now remote education is going to select their second project, and the remaining 2 projects are going to go to Addis Ababa Science and Technology University. So remote education, folks, the last poll is coming for you. So you're going to choose 1 out of 3. And the poll is on. Sorry, I forgot to enable multiple project selection. So you can choose one of them. We got 4 votes so far. Digital bus booking platform is leading. But the margin is very little. Bazaar is catching up quickly. We've reached to 5 votes so far, and in the previous round, we got 17. So we want to see double digits, remote education squad. Please go ahead and make your choice. Oh, digital bus booking platform and Bazaar are going head to head. Bazaar is ahead. But we reached to 7 votes. Still, we are missing many votes. Remote education folks, please have your say in the project selection. Wow. This is getting interesting. I'm going to start the countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And the winner is Bazaar. We don't accept the 10th vote. So Bazaar is selected by the remote education. And this means a digital bus booking platform and Rateeat are going to Addis Ababa Science and Technology University, and Bazaar is going to remote education. So team, thank you very much for your time. Geleta, back to you.
Thank you so much, Emre. I liked the last vote on remote. It was 9 and then it became 10 just when you said announcement. So it was 5-5. All right. So with that, the project distribution has been concluded. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Galeta. We will proceed with our weekly wins now. So we will be having the conclusive remarks from Akash. Please wait here with us.
Hey, can you hear me well?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Great. Okay, so you know, I haven't been talking to a lot of you lately. We've been focusing a lot on the last couple of in the last couple of months. We'll be focusing a lot on code quality. We did a lot of restructuring as well. So I'll tell you that my conclusive remarks are going to be focused on what's to come. Based on this vote, based on what I heard about the updates that you've been sharing with me and with everyone today, I have 3 points that I would like to talk about. Number one is resilience, because I believe this word really applies really well to what's happening right now at A2SV and the work that has been done in each and every project. So resilience comes with 2 points for me. Point number one comes with motivation. People can be resilient because they are motivated to do so. And the other one comes with duty, which is you need to be resilient because you have to go through, whether it's a situation in your personal life or professional life. And more often than not, people rely on motivation more than the duty that they have. And what happens when they do that is they tend to not, they don't have the motivation to do it. I think an example that everyone could relate to is going to the gym. Going to the gym requires, you know, it's your duty, or you want to achieve a goal, so you have to go, and you have the motivation that can help you to go. So if you don't have the motivation, you still need to have the duty. What I want to say with this is, in the moments that you feel like you have no motivation, you need to go on. You must push this rock to get to the end. Because the truth is, even without motivation and just with your duty, you will be getting one step higher. Every day that you do this, without looking at the motivation that you could have had, it's a day that you're gaining into your own personal and professional growth. So I think this applies really well to this point. The second one I want to talk about is companionship. Because in these times, what we do require is to be there for everyone. One of the things that I never enjoyed in other jobs that I had is whenever people would say, that is not my job, this is not for me to do, and someone else should do it. And now we're getting into a point where we need to be there for everyone, right? These projects are super important. We're getting into a stage that we want to get them out as soon as possible. And these we're going to start as soon as possible as well. So companionship is really important. Understanding that what you're doing right now has a huge impact on the teammates that you have, and whatever your role or title is, you should not stick to just that. If you're a backend developer and someone is asking you for help on the front end, it might sound weird, yes, but don't ever think or say this is not my job, because at the end, if someone is in need of help and you can help in any way, you should push for it. Third, and I would say not the most important, but it would definitely be there, I would say is discipline as well. Discipline requires you to have your mind very clear on what you want to achieve. And for me, the difference between the first and this point, when it comes to having a duty and having a discipline requires goals. So one of the things I would ask you guys, to everyone, to do is to define very clear goals and achievables, so you know where you're going to. The end goal of this, because at one point what's going to happen is you're going to lose your vision. Things are going to be more difficult to handle, which means that at the end, if you have discipline and you have the goals associated to that, you will be able to go through knowing that the end goal is the one that you always wanted to get. Again, if I give Jim as an example, if you want to, I don't know, lose 10 kilos or gain muscle, you know that by looking at this end goal, you will be able to go on. I think those would be the 3 main points. Anyone has any questions or comments?
Akash, I have one question. So when it comes to application, what kind of tips would you give? Because like we have more life experience than most of our peers. I'm sure you have gone through some trouble sometimes in your life. And like what made you keep going, and what happens? Because things happen in cycles, right?
Yeah.
The night never goes forever like the day.
Exactly. I think that you gave the answer yourself while asking that question. The night doesn't go forever. I think that's what kept me going. It's knowing that whenever you're in a bad period, whether it's a professional or personal moment of your life, knowing that there's going to be better days, and it is really tough. And the only advice I would give is, don't think you have to do it alone to prove anything to anyone. You can bring people to help you out on this. So always think that you have an ecosystem around you that you have built yourself, and you should make use of it. Friends, family, therapists, psychologists, if you also attend to one. Gym, I keep on mentioning gym. I think it's a perfect example of everything. But I think all of it is a really good way to support in these moments.
Thank you.
Any other questions?
None from in person. I don't know if remote people have questions. I think, Akash, you can read us the quote of the day as well, and we can end the weekly on with that.
Yes. So the quote of the day is, some people want it to happen, some wish it would happen, others make it happen. So yeah, it does go along with what we were talking about, right? It is about the fact that for you to get to these 3 types of people, and obviously we want to get to the last one, right? We want to be the ones that make it happen. We need to have these 3 points that we discussed. We need to have discipline. We need to abide by companionship, and we need to have this duty in our mind that we want to get there, right? I'm not going to use the gym example again, but I think this also applies really well here. Basically, what I want to portray looking at this quote again is, look at what you want to happen, look at how you can do it, define those goals, and be the person that makes it happen, rather than the one just sits on the stands.
Okay, thank you, Akash, very much. And with this, we can conclude the March 21st weekly minutes. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you very much, team. See you.